MMAC, this is your boy, the coach. You're live on the Coach's Show, the Coach's Show live. Okay, folks, check this out, man. So, I read an interesting article, with Clarissa Shields. And she said that, what? Being a boxer won't make her a millionaire. And folks, this is kind of what I've kind of hinted at. Guys, I've always felt like that Clarissa Shields don't really want to do MMA. Like, I felt that way. And, I felt that maybe, she kind of enjoys training in some of the disciplines and learning that stuff. Because, people stupid. They'll come up and they'll try somebody like Clarissa Shields and, to be able to defend yourself in different ways. I think that intrigues Clarissa, but I've never really felt that Clarissa Shields deep down really wanted to do MMA. I don't know. I just always got that vibe like she really isn't into the sport like that. She's more like, when she talk about boxing, she passionate. She real passionate. Like, you can get her talking about boxing, man, and Clarissa could talk to you for days about boxing. But it's like, when you talk about MMA, it's almost like she trying to talk about it, but, she not as passionate. She don't get really excited, Even when she was throwing, like, her kicks are looking a lot better, though. I'll give her credit. Her leg kicks and her head kicks, she's starting to make those things look like they're looking sharp. But when she talk about that kind of stuff, she don't get excited. And see, her reason for doing MMA is purely financial. It's money. I mean, think about it, man. Since Clarissa Shields signed to the PFL, she ain't even had a fight. And she's already generating $2,000 a month because the PFL, they pay you a $2,000 a month stipend just, as long as you're signed to them. Just think about it, okay? She ain't had a single fight. Okay, but she's already just sitting around and where she's training, but she's making $2,000 a month. Okay, in boxing, this girl, to me, her resume isn't great. And part of that is not her fault. It's just, in boxing, things take so long to materialize. Things take it takes so much time to happen. And people saying that she's scared of Savannah Marshall. I don't think she's afraid of Savannah Marshall. I just think that the politics of boxing really is making it damn near, difficult for her to actually get the fight and for the fight to go through. I believe that it's the boxing politics that Clarissa Shields can't get around, or Savannah Marshall. Neither one of them can get around the politics of boxing to make these fights happen. And, there's the problem. And, Clarissa Shields, she makes a lot of noise, but she wants, to be recognized as a boxer and also want to get paid like one. Now, there's some other things that go into play with that. Like, number one, you do have to put asses in seats. And unfortunately for Clarissa, it's just women's boxing, people don't really pay to watch it as often as they do to men. That's just what it is. I think if people like flooded, everywhere to watch a women's boxing card, I think Clarissa could start demanding the kind of money that she really wants. But I think it's more or less, man, these mega fights in women's boxing has got to happen. It's the men and the women. The women, I noticed with them, though, they don't mind really, throwing down. They don't mind. The women don't care at all. They want to. The women want to do that. They want to fight. They want to fight each other. They want to fight the best. The women are constantly calling each other out. And, they're not getting ridiculed for that, okay? The women, they legit want to get in there and they want to mix it up. These women want to fight badly. But it's like the boxing politics are killing these women. So they can't get the fights that they really want. They can't get these fights. These fights are not happening for them. And, it really is a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame that you have women that they want to fight each other. They're not afraid to fight each other. They're not, hiding behind the politics. They're saying, hey, I'll fight you. I'll beat you now. Like, Savannah Marshall ain't running from the Clarissa Shields smoke. Clarissa Shields not running from Marshall. Hannah Gabriel's not running from anybody. They're not running from anybody. It's the politics of boxing. And think about it. Why the hell isn't Hannah Gabriel's a megastar? The girl can fight and she got the damn look. But, see, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've said it before. And I'll say it again. And guys, people didn't believe me when I told you this. Women's MMA, there's a sex appeal to it. It just is. Okay, there's a sex appeal to it. And, Dana White and all the other MMA organizations, they're very good at selling the sex appeal. They're very good. And they do it religiously. And see, in women's boxing, they don't sell the sex appeal. And guys, and I have to go deeper into this later when I got some time, because now I'm about to get to work. But The sex appeal even comes even in the outfits they're wearing to build up to the fights, the photo shoots, everything. That's what it is. That's just what it is, you know? And there's nothing that you can actually do about it. It's the sex appeal is there in WMMA. The sex appeal is not there in women's boxing. So you can't really sell that. So Clarissa, not only do they have the issue of being a tough fighter, now they got to figure out how to be more sexy to appeal to male fans. Because let's think about it. Women ain't finna, flood the floodgates and support the women in the fighting game. They ain't finna do that. Folks, that's just not gonna happen. They're not finna flood the floodgates to support women's boxing. Men, we love combat sports. We like blood and guts and glory. We like that. Okay, that's what the men, that's what we thrive on. We want that. But unfortunately, for Clarissa Shields, women, they not watching this kind of stuff. I mean, why do y'all think the WNBA is a flop? Like, why do you guys think that's a flop? It's not by accident. It's a flop because women, particularly overall as a whole, they're not sports maniacs like the men are. That's just what it is. That's what it is, Women are not sports buffs. You have some women that do enjoy sports. And then when you take it to a whole nother level to combat sports where, you seeing other women getting bloodied, most women don't want to see that. So Clarissa Shields, they stuck. They gotta up their sex appeal so men will watch them, or nobody's gonna watch them. But in WMMA, the promoters, they're not afraid. They're not afraid to do that. They're not afraid. And they embrace that. They go right to it. And when the sex appeal is high, then you have men that want to buy the fights. And of course, if your primary base is men, well, look at Clarissa put on this makeup. I mean, hell, when she put makeup on, don't Clarissa look a little bit more appealing?